Hey everybody, I hope all is well for you. Here's our brief overview of what to expect for week 5. Week 5, that means we're more than halfway through our term already. So I think you'll really enjoy the content this week. We will be focusing on assistive technology for communication. And so specifically, we'll be developing an understanding of using AT to increase access for the Gen Ed curriculum and instructional time in Gen Ed settings for students with communication disorders. So think about students with autism, students with cerebral palsy, maybe students with multiple disabilities. So students will explore different types of AT to promote communication, and we'll be focusing at several points throughout this module on specifically augmentative and alternative or AAC devices. So last week we started to focus on vocabulary. This week we will begin to explore writing instruction. So we're going to briefly introduce writing AT through the SET framework, but we'll be focusing on that a bit more deeply next week. All right, so this week is a little bit more assignment heavy than it is reading heavy. I have you reading chapter 7, so that one is AT for communication. Here's an online resource guide for teachers that I'd like for you to review. And then you'll complete your first communication AT review. And so this will do a nice job of setting you up nicely for your second tech exploration. But I'd like for you to sort of work backwards here on the way that this is set up, but start to think about 3 students that you have in mind. These can also be hypothetical students, and start to create and go through the SET framework. And I want for you to land on 3 different types of AT. And so for students with communication disorders, extra bonus points if you can focus those on specifically on writing to support or level the playing field with writing. So you'll find a no tech or low tech, a mid tech, and a high tech. That's likely going to be an AAC device. So that will set the stage nicely for you to jump right into your second tech exploration. So the theme for this week is, of course, AT for communication. And if you can find a type of AT for students with communication disorders that also supports writing, that would even further your understanding around the weekly theme. Just a couple other readings. One is from the same textbook on writing, and then I'd like for you to review this resource that talks through different types of AT specifically for writing, so some specific tools. All right, we mentioned your tech exploration video, and your theme for the week is looking at a resource guide that's specifically focusing on augmentative alternative communication devices. I'd like for you to reflect and sort of describe and engage with this resource guide, as well as your chapter 7 material that you've covered and what you've learned. All right. So I look forward to reading your work this week. If you have any questions, please be sure to let me know. While it is 110% more than fine to use the same mode of recording a video for your tech exploration, it might be a good opportunity to try something new this week as well. All right, take care and keep in touch.